Good morning. I'm here with Marlin Jackson, the Colts Super Bowl champion, as well as the founder of the Fight for Life Foundation. Marlin, thank you for coming and making this day happy with Be a Blessing giveaway. Can you just kind of give us a little insight on how all this came about, how we are all so blessed to be here today?
Man, I mean, literally, Mario, a blessing. We work with PLA through our Building Dreams program, and, you know, in doing so, we choose schools for our Christmas parties and giveaways, and we weren't able to meet all the needs of all the schools in the PLA network. So I was trying to figure out a way. I had prayed about it, you know, to God to provide the resources for us to be able to meet the needs of families and students at PLA 103 specifically. And before Thanksgiving, a contact, entrepreneur, Ashley Osborne, out of Richmond, Indiana, called me and said, hey, like, I have all this merchandise. My store is closing down. I'm being harassed by the landlord and other tenants, so I have to shut down. And I have all this merchandise that I have to get rid of, and will you receive it, and can you do anything with it? So I started trying to rack my brain immediately and thinking about, like, okay, how can we get like this volume of merchandise, you know, into the right hands, the people who are in need. And obviously, you know, being a board member here at PLA and working with PLA came right to mind. And I called Nicole to see if she would be willing to receive the merchandise, and she immediately said, yes, we will take it. And then we just immediately start working, pull you into the fold, into the mix, and trying to figure out, I guess, you know, starting with the legal side of things, what paperwork needs to be in place to make this happen, and then how can we get the resources in terms of trucks to get down there to be able to do it. But your team, Ashley and her people there in Richmond, you know, Fight for Life, we all came together to meet the needs of the community and of families. And that's what it's all about. You know, we're just happy to be able to do it, and to be a vehicle to be utilized to be able to meet the needs of those who are in need. Because for me, like, I remember this time of the year, and I remember not having things on Christmas. And outside of just not having something, it was feeling like somebody that no one thought of me, right, you know, as a youth and as a family. So to be able to have that experience, and then to be able to have things come, you know, full circle, and to be in a position to be able to be of assistance, it's just what it's all about.
One last question. At Phelan and Fight for Life, we're all about changing the narrative, not only on the FRE side, but in our communities where we do serve kids. What does an event like this do for the community and the narrative of, like, the Far East side?
Well, I think it's about hope, you know, and positivity. You know, we all need positive moments, positive memories, positive people to come alongside us, to build that confidence, to build that resiliency. And, you know, so often we hear the negative narrative when you hear about the Far East side, and, you know, all that the community doesn't possess, right? And so often we don't hear the positive, and this is about creating the positive, and then about amplifying that message of community, of togetherness, of support, you know, and that's what it's all about.
Perfect. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Marlin Jackson, Fight for Life. Anybody on the Far East side, please come out between 4 to 7 p.m. tonight, or 8 to noon tomorrow, or 4 to 7 p.m. tomorrow afternoon as well. Thank you all for coming through with the Phelan Way.